It's another session of D&D. Now, and then there were 4.
Yeah, did we make a tombstone for Mallory?
She's
No.
not gone forever.
She's dead to me.
Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, you skip out. Yeah, she's been sick for like the last 4 streams, so I mean, she might be.
Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Well, this is not sickness related, it's just work related. Because apparently she has a life outside of Twitch, which, I mean, what's
Ew,
that
imagine
like?
having a life.
Right? What's that all about?
People have lives in this day and age.
Not in this economy.
Wouldn't be me.
I got tariffs slapped on my IRL, so I had to cut that out. Yeah. The Capo, hello,
Capo!
Ark, hello, Allie.
Oh yeah,
Allie,
hi.
good job being first.
Thanks.
Good
I
job.
love insider trading.
The American way, baby.
I'm not even American and it still works.
You're an honorary American at this point.
No, don't say
That's
that.
so mean. That's really
I'm
mean,
scared.
Carl. Will you please
That's
apologize
so
to Allie?
Good
mean.
Lord, I hope you don't get sick. I hope
No.
you don't get sick. You're in trouble. You're an honorary
Peaches, your
American.
husband's being mean
Please
to me.
no. Hi everyone. We're on session 4 of Mighty Disguised Powerful Rangers. Episode 4, the Squeaky Clean Club. I honestly really love coming up with like episode titles and try to make them sound as Power Ranger-ish as possible.
It's amazing.
You're doing so good.
Thank you. I try.
I try?
Try to say goodbye, but I choke because my LaCroix is a little too bubbly.
All that hate.
LaCroix is just hateful soda.
Hateful water.
Hateful water. That's why I love it.
The devil's water, truly.
That's why I love it. JoJo Rest in Peace was cannot understand how I like it either, so I'm just old. I'm just an old man. Last time we stopped at a bit of a cliffhanger. Before that, we usually have our questions. So our questions this session, to help you and others know your character a little bit better, is what is your character's favorite thing about themselves, and what is your character's least favorite thing about themselves? Who wants to start?
I can.
Okay. Pippa, what do you like most about yourself?
Pippa's favorite thing about herself is, I think just her kindness. That sounds very, like bragging, but she tries very hard to be kind to other people and other creatures. And I think
She's
that,
very good at it.
thank you. I think that's something that she likes about herself. What she doesn't like about herself, I don't think she dislikes anything about herself. Like, what's that like? But I think something that can get irritating is that people assume, like, because of her stature, being 3'4", that she is like, what's the word?
A child?
Yeah, child, or like kind of not to be taken seriously, or she's underestimated a lot, and I think that is something that's very irritating and annoying. So That would be it.
I will try to take her a little more seriously next time. Vermal, you're up under Pippa, so do you wanna go next?
He's what?
Hello.
Oh,
Vermal, or yeah, Vermal. Hold on, I have to mute your stream. I'm sorry. I hate
Wow,
hearing.
rude.
Vermal hates hearing his own voice. No. Vermal
Welcome,
is
join the
likes about himself his confidence in knowing that he's doing the right thing. Not necessarily for anybody else, but he's very sure that he is doing the right thing. And he's very confident in that. And then he dislikes about himself the most is his inability to open up to people and like let people in. It's almost a distrust of everybody else, but it's not quite that, but it's kind of that.
Good answer. Hello, Tyga. Also, Void, thank you for the alert. Tyga, hope your Civ match goes well. As you can see, Mallory's not here tonight, so she and Steak will be staying at the inn during all the adventures today. So Steak, unless the bed and breakfast, unless the bed and breakfast burns down, Steak should be okay. Amanda, whatever can happen to her, who cares? But Steak, we're gonna take care of Steak.
Long live steak.
Long live Steak. We don't want the B&B to burn down lest Steak becomes Steak.
I'm gonna eat steak.
She's out sick. Let's get that cow. Clover, tell us a little bit about your about yourself. What do you like and don't
I
like?
think the thing Clover likes about herself is that she knows she's very passionate. And when she's very passionate, she kind of like delves into all facets of things. Like with the beekeeping and the mead making. She really understands gardening as a result. She loves that kind of curiosity in herself. I think the thing she dislikes the most about herself is how volatile her personality can change, and that's more of like a race thing. But it's like she loves that she can feel emotions. She doesn't love that she can really only feel, not necessarily all the time, but like being an Eladrin means that she's kind of stuck to a set of feelings at any given time. And while that does change, it can sometimes feel just a little restrictive.
Hmm.
I get that. Force, how about you? Finish us up.
He likes, I guess, like the stuff that he's good at about it. Like he likes feeling like he's able to contribute and able to like make an impact and stuff like that. He does not like that he's kind of like tightly wound, I guess, and he wishes he could relax more.
Well, thankfully, we're gonna have a very relaxing, light session tonight. Maybe we'll see. That's up to y'all.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that.
Relax.
It's hey, if
I'm gonna
it's
go
not,
attack a guard.
hi Casey, you're gonna just go PvP
Easy.
time. PvP time. We left off last session at a bit of a cliffhanger. So our team of adventurers came down to Ernesto's storage basement at this B&B to figure out to be able to be teleported away. They went off. They did their quests. They found a demon cyst and disabled it to keep the demon L-Tab from getting some of his power back. But when they came back, they had realized before they teleported away that there seemed to be a secret room in here And the session ended with them opening up the secret room under Ernesto's B&B that looks to be some sort of evil cultish summoning devil place. Junk, I forgot my dice upstairs. I can use digital dice. It's fine. So
We'll let you know when we're tired of your digital dice because they're rolling too well.
can I get a D20 that's just 20s? You're in this room. As you looked around at the end of last session, you realized that there are some creepy stuff, an altar with a book on it, some sort of what looks to be a summoning sigil with bones in it, sort of a bookshelf with some sort of bound book on top. And with that, I will turn the adventure over to you all with what y'all want to do in this room. They're all in shock right now.
Yes.
I'm looking at the conversation we had. I think were we going to just ask Ernesto about it first? Is that what we decided?
I believe so, yeah.
Or confront
We
him
were
about
gonna
it, I
talk
guess?
to Ernesto, yes. And then
Vermal takes a peek into the room and says, "Well,
Yeah,
well,
y'all
we for
all
one
were.
are taking our patronage elsewhere," and then walks out.
Well, you all did end up in the room looking around the room. So you're currently in the room.
I read the book out loud.
Which
well, hold on, aren't I holding the book?
no, that's a different book. That's you're
a different book.
You have the book that you stole from the cultist. I assume that
Right,
Vermal's looking
right.
at the book that's on the altar.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
right,
don't.
right,
Oh
right.
my stars!
Okay.
And
Don't
then
read that
chanting
out
whatever.
loud.
And as
Can
he
you-
chants the words, I cut my palm above the altar and let some blood fall down.
Okay, so
I
do
said,
y'all
yeah, they
do y'all
hate
want to explore this room at all? Look around, or are you just going straight towards Ernesto?
I don't. How much did we look at the room last time?
Nothing.
Not
You
much?
walked in and saw that
We
it
haven't
looked
really done much
creepy,
yet,
and
yeah.
then I ended it.
I'm taking
Yeah.
the book. I am taking the book.
Okay. You want to?
I'm looking at it to see if I.
You're-
is
you're
the
looking
title
at
Look
it?
the book.
author.
Okay. Can you roll me? You can do a history or an arcana check on the book, Ruiner. Whichever
Okay,
one you want.
It is. I guess I'm going to do a history. That is a 9.
9. So at first glance, this book looks to have some strange, some possibly evil things, but it doesn't look like any sort of spells or even like language that you've ever actually encountered. So, and it in a way that, you know, being an archaeologist, you are fairly familiar. Even if you don't know a language, you can often make some like connections to other languages through it sometimes, you know. When you're looking at this book, it doesn't that doesn't even seem to click with you. That, as far as you know, this doesn't like any sort of language or anything that you've seen before.
I mean, I show it to everybody else, but I am intending to take the book.
Okay.
Can I try a roll for that?
Yes. Yeah. You can also.
Okay.
We'll probably just, there's a few different things in this room if y'all want to check them out, and we'll probably do, you know, if you want to, like, maybe two checks per thing, I think is fine with me.
I got a 12 Arcana check.
12 Arcana check. So while Vermal is looking more at the sort of like historical aspect of it, sort of the archaeological, cultural stuff, you are sort of examining it on more of a magical level. So it looks like there's some sort of runes, or these any sort of runes that you've encountered, or like magical elements to it. And you kind of find that you're in the same boat as Vermal on that side, and that you have some level of familiarity with dark arts, little bit of understanding knowledge of it. But this doesn't look like anything that you are familiar with. This just isn't ringing a bell in the slightest.
Okay. You said there was another book on top of shelves.
Yeah. So over here, this is there's a sort of a bookshelf cabinet. There's space on top for books, even though there's just one book over there, and then some like cabinet doors underneath it.
Pippa wants to open the cabinet doors.
Okay. They
See if
open
there's
up
anything
quite.
inside.
They open up quite easily, and inside is two robes that look very similar to the type of robes that the cultists were wearing that you fought last session. And they're not exactly alike, but as far as robe goes, I guess there's some similarities in design.
Pretty culty looking robe is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty culty looking robe.
Oh, look, more of these robes. What does that mean?
Means our
Do you think that maybe the cultists have been hiding underneath Ernesto's shop?
I mean, a better question is, do you really think he wouldn't know about it?
Well, I mean, does he know we're down here now?
I feel like multiple meetings of the cult organization would be a little bit more noticeable than a couple of. Wait, but didn't Ernesto last session like notice us go into the thing, was like, "What are you guys doing down there?" And then we just kind of disappeared because we got summoned.
It as far as he didn't necessarily watch you go down there. From what he saw, it made sense that you were down there. When you were being teleported away, you heard him calling down there, asking if y'all were there, but then you sort of teleported away.
Oh, okay. I see.
And when you came back, hours had passed, and room was empty. Yep.
Got it.
But I spent a lot of time with him, and I've never seen him wear anything like this.
He's probably innocent then.
I think so.
We should go talk to
I
him.
just feel like it'd
Wait,
be a
hold
little
on.
bit surprised that, he's just got an entire secret cult under his place and never noticed it.
Is there actually a dead body over there on the?
There is an actual skeleton on
All right.
the sigil.
I want to go look at this shit.
Okay. So, examining the skeleton, right?
Yeah, and then
can-
I guess the sigil.
Can you roll me a medicine check? Is there one other person who wants to roll for the skeleton? Medicine check.
She's not interested.
I could do a
unless it's
medicine
void.
check.
Okay.
I could do a
I got a
medicine check.
10.
Okay.
Hold on, let me find my dice. I realized I also am missing my dice today.
What kind of people have
I mean, just go grab the bag right above my head, but I'm short. I gotta stand up to do that.
You can borrow mine.
I know how you feel.
Can I?
Ruiner gave me a set of dice. They're really pretty.
Oh,
He gave me a set too, but they're
I
up
have
there
a
next to
bag
Peaches.
of hoarding for my dice. Remind me to send you a bag of a picture of my dice, Peaches.
Yes.
You would be.
Okay.
I had to get a whole separate divided bag because there's just too many of these fuckers in here. Pardon my French. That is an 18 plus 3. So 20 something?
20 something. Okay. So Boris
20
is
something good enough? 21?
is looking at this, and this skeleton looks about as real as you can get. But he can also tell that there's something off, that it's not a real human skeleton. And on further examination, Clover is a little bit more daring, especially when it comes to sort of the medical investigation type stuff. And she realizes that these bones are actually made of wood. They are highly realistically carved bones that have been painted to look like bones, but are actually just carved wood. Painted carved wood.
Well, that's an odd design choice.
This person is dead.
This person is not a person.
He turned that person to wood.
Oh my god.
It's a reverse Geppetto.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
You find out
Yeah.
Ernesto had a real boy, but he really just wanted a puppet.
Well, that's
Well,
dark.
if you ask nicely enough.
So,
Do we want to grab the other book first? Pippa's not tall enough.
I think Vermal said he wanted the book, but if he doesn't
I'll
take
take
it,
all
I
the books.
are
will.
you
I'm
taking
all the books.
you taking all the
Every-
You
books?
can't say all because
Yeah,
I've
I'll take all
already
the
got
books.
one.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
So the book on the altar
long as we
you've
have it.
looked at, and just for your knowledge, the book back here on the cabinet has rope tied around it, which is easily untied, but it has two separate locks on it as well to sort of keep it shut and keep it secure. So are y'all heading upstairs to Ernesto?
Mhm,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
suppose.
Sure. Yeah.
Me move you all here. It's late at night, so let me.
I'm going up with Gonard. Gonard's out.
Oh my god, he's got his gonard out.
I'm gonna take my Gonard out.
Oh,
Did
my
it not move y'all up here?
In public?
Oh yeah,
Some of us are up here.
it's a
I
special
think-
occasion.
I don't know where I was.
It's not changing on the. Oh, there we go. Because I didn't have the window up. Okay. that would probably make a difference.
Oh, I'm huge.
I'm doubled.
You gotta have doubles of the vermal.
Yes. Come here. Bring it here.
Yeah, actually triples.
Triples is better.
Yeah.
Do you want Gonard? Are you putting Gonard in there?
I'm putting Gonard in.
Do you want the other version?
I sent you a picture of the other version. I don't have them on my characters though.
Oh, crap.
The voice mod thing came in clutch all of a sudden.
So my daughter, I have to have the voice mod app up. And okay, you should have access to him now.
What song was that? That's so familiar.
I don't know. She has a lot of key bindings, and I need it up for something later, but I can't use the keyboard at all without risking triggering something.
That's so funny.
So that's
What does
Okay.
she use them for?
not Roblox. What is it? Some rec room or something. Some game. Yeah, some game she plays.
Okay.
Let me get all that. It's pretty late in the evening. Most everyone else has gone home, cleared out. So it's really just y'all and Ernesto up here. And then now randomly a dragon.
Yeah, you never know you randomly need a dragon.
So y'all should be able to move your people around. I'll move Mallory up here, sort of in the background. Okay.
I'll come stand next to Pippa.
As you kind of come out from the kitchen area, Ernesto is standing back behind the counter. Seems like he's just sort of tidying things up, totaling up the day, and is very surprised to see you all come out, and especially with a dragon. Says, where have you been? I was looking all over for you, and is that a dragon?
We met some of your friends downstairs.
Met
Would you like to explain what all this is? And then I gesture at the books and do we bring any cloaks up?
Did you?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one.
So you just slam it all on the counter.
Yeah.
So you slam it on the counter, and all of a sudden Ernesto just turns a really bright what's the word? Shade. A bright shade of red. He just sort of looks down to the ground, and he's very embarrassed and nervous. And he says, I know this doesn't look you found the room, I guess.
So it is yours. That is your room with your people trying to summon demons underneath this tavern.
What do you mean my people? Was there someone else in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so it's just your rope? It's just you? This is a one-man act?
Yes, it doesn't look good. I know, but I guess the truth is out there. Did you open my book? The locked one.
Oh, no.
I was
Mm-mm.
I was thinking we could try like unlocking it, but I guess it's too late.
Too late now. So he reaches under the counter and pulls out a big set of keys, a big key ring, and sheepishly, slowly, sort of unbinds the book. Different key for each lock, and opens it up. And inside, you just see notes and notes and notes. And he just sort of lets you look through it a little bit without saying anything. And you see some pages that are lists that say are a list of ideas. Some of them are ideas for the main plot. You see ideas for side stories, ideas for character stories. As you keep looking through here, you see pages with names of different people, and it has their background, their species, what they do for a living and like to do. And as you keep going through, you also find writings of a bunch of different stories in the same handwriting as earlier, all about the Danger Druids.
Ernesto, what is this?
Oh, he writes
So
stories.
I've probably mentioned the Danger Druids to you before.
Oh, you have.
Mhm.
I really like the Danger Druids, and I have some friends that really like the Danger Druids, and we sometimes get together and play a Danger Druid adventure game.
Oh, gross.
I'm rolling for initiative.
Ernesto.
So usually once a week after things have calmed down for the night, I go over with my friends and I write these stories and adventures. My friends are the druids, and they pretend to be the druids and go on these adventures and fight monsters sent by King Mondo, a necromancer who sends enemies to fight. And I made a room in my basement to help me get in the mindset to write these adventures.
Is the book sticky?
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
can I
I roll
insight
insight?
check?
He's definitely
Yeah, I want to
lying.
insight as well.
Yes, you can all roll an insight check. Whoever wants to.
Pippa 100% believes him because she caught him writing
16.
I have a
fan
15.
fiction once.
15, 16. Yeah, as far as you kind of look, and he is very embarrassed about this, but it turns out he's just a huge Danger Druid fan who loves Danger Druid role-playing games with his friends and writes fan fiction of the Danger Druids for the game he plays with his friends.
Ernesto,
Vermal
this
opens.
is all. Oh, go on.
Oh, sorry. Vermal opens his book and is like, "Where'd you get this script from? What's this mean?"
I went down to the library. There's some books there, but most of it's just gibberish. It's all just to get in the mood, get in the mindset, and help me think like a bad guy might think. I mean, I just sort of wrote evil looking scribbles.
Ernesto, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
The wood skeleton?
Yeah. That
Where do you
was
want me to start with? Yeah, okay.
expensive.
Oh, so you bought that? You didn't make that? It's very good quality. Fooled a couple of people here.
Yeah, I'm more of a writer, not a craftsman. So
That's fair.
I had to by the way, if any of you ever want to pay a little bit of money on your tab sometime, that might be helpful. I mean, that's already paid off, but we're starting a new adventures, a new season soon. New storyline, so I might never mind. Don't ignore that.
Ernesto,
Ye-
would you like some mead to to give your friends at this thing?
You don't think it's weird?
I think it's weird.
Everyone needs a hobby.
I mean, as long as it's not actual dead people in your basement, I don't think I care
No,
that much.
no. That's terrifying.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, this is where it starts. I mean, you
Can
can't be buying expensive skeletons all the time. What's real cheap is real skeletons.
Can I ask why there's a dragon in my bed and breakfast? I know that this has been a weird thing you found, but there's also a dragon here.
There's a wooden skeleton downstairs.
Yes, but that's a real dragon looking at me.
Yeah, this was expensive too. I'm wondering, what do you have source material? What do you know about the actual Danger Druids?
Oh, well, they are usually stories that bards travel around and tell. And when I was a kid, we had some bards that would come through every once in a while, and I just always looked forward to it. So I've tried to find as many of the stories as possible. And then as I've found as many so far as I know are out there, so I just decided I needed to make some of my own.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's cooler, the danger druids or the real life rangers that have been going around solving crime?
Well, I haven't really seen the other ones. I've just heard about them.
I hear they're very attractive.
I know they were at the circus and then out in the streets. Other than that, I mean, they seem cool from what I've heard, but most of it's from the officer that doesn't seem to like them very much.
Yeah, but not everyone can have good taste, right?
But I know they have a cow and a dragon as well, so you might get along with them pretty well.
Yeah.
So again, is that a real dragon?
I mean, you want to pet it? Find out?
No.
That was kind of a weird question.
Yeah.
Okay, I dismiss Gonard.
Oh, okay, so there's this dragon as everyone climbed out of the basement. All of a sudden, they realized a dragon was with them. It hung around for a bit, and then Vermal sort of nods at it.
I mean, they've heard of Drake Warden Rangers before, right? That's not a unique thing, right?
Yeah, but they've never seen Gonard dragon backwards outside of
Oh, okay.
battle. So
That's
then
fair.
you just sort of look, and he just sort of dissolves away.
That was weird.
Dissolving dragons are a new one for me.
So I'm gonna finish tidying up. Clover, I would, if you're willing to share some of your mead, I'm sure my friends would love it. I would be. Our next session is gonna be in a 3 days. So I'll catch up with you. But please don't tell anyone. Please.
I wouldn't dream of it.
He just sort of looks at the rest of you as you stand there unresponsively.
I mean, I have no intentions to tell anyone if that makes you feel any better.
I don't know if anybody would believe me, honestly.
I also partially don't think many would care. And I don't mean that in a negative way, I just mean it as the truth.
The secret is safe with us, Ernesto. Don't worry about it.
Well, I appreciate it. So I'm gonna go take the stuff back down there. And wish you all a good night. And he picks everything up and walks back towards the back, leaving you all in the dining area, the lobby area.
I told you he's a good guy.
I mean, he's weird.
So are you.
Yeah, what a nerd.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. Oh, is Ernesto still within earshot?
No, he went down through the trapdoor. And he shut it behind him, so you heard it shut.
Okay. I think I could you go for a long rest right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you want to head upstairs to your room?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be nice.
I am going to sleep with my gonard out.
Gross.
Stars.
Oh, Lord.
I'm
Um,
gonna have him guarding the door.
Pippa
doors.
is gonna put Lloyd on the dresser over here,
Oh, good.
but like face him toward the wall in
You know
case
what,
the girls
actually?
change.
Is there a dresser in the room at all, Carl?
Yeah, Pippa was right in front of it.
Clover looks at her and goes, just put him in the dresser.
Oh, but I sleep in the dresser.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
There's multiple. There's a few drawers.
You know what? Lloyd is
Okay,
technically a man, right?
Oh,
Out of
I'm
the
not gonna
bag,
trust the others.
you hear. Yes, ma'am. I was a man when I was alive. I guess I still am.
I mean, we could just shove him in the boys' drawer, is what I was going to say.
No,
Okay,
I
if you
don't
say so.
trust them with him. Here, you
Mm.
can have the bottom drawer, and I'll take the top drawer.
I get my own drawer. I guess I am used to the darkness. It's okay.
Okay.
I think actually the
just
bottom
come-
drawer is taken up by Ruiner's grandpa.
Bottom drawer is a very prestigious location, so
Fancy locale.
Look,
Uh,
she treats her skull well.
Ruiner,
As you should.
for Gonard, are you voicing him, or do you want? Am I? Or
Oh no, I'll voice him.
Okay.
He's a dragon of few or drake of few words.
Okay. Is there anything else that y'all want to do before you settle down for the night?
I mean, the thing that I want to do is partially while I settle down.
Okay.
Carl, it's time. Give
Is
me my
it?
password.
Is it?
I want my password.
So you want to open the book that you stole?
I want to open the book that I stole. Yes.
So far you settle down into your bed and try to open it, and it just won't open.
I'll cry, Carl.
Just be patient. Trust the process, Allie. Trust the process.
For context, Carl and I were talking, and he was like, "Did you take that book?" And I was like, "Yeah, I took that book. You haven't read it yet? No, but I think I should next session." Okay, cool. Then he gives me the PDF and password locks it. So I've had this book sitting in my DMs for a week
Mhm.
without any ability to read ahead. This is my nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Are y'all doing anything else before your long rest other than staring longingly at this book you can't open?
That's not very nice.
I think I'm good.
Okay. So you settle down for the night. You start to get some rest. And Vermal, right as you're about to go to sleep, you hear a voice in your head, which I know usually you.
Hey.
Huh?
I need to step away for just a second.
Okay, that's fine. And in your head you hear, Vermal, it's me, Gonard. Don't be afraid. I don't think we've been able to talk like this before, but it seems that your new powers are affecting me also. I like that I can talk to you this way rather than you having to whisper all the time. But don't worry. I'm not able to hear all your thoughts, just the ones I think you send my way.
He says out loud, oh, what?
You again hear in your mind, if you just think a thought to me, I'll hear it.
Of course,
He
hears him say that out loud. Him say what out loud and just completely ignores it.
I mean, assumedly,
As
I've
you're,
been
as
talking
you're
to
in the
myself,
bed,
kind of whispering
yeah,
to
you're,
myself in the corner.
He's it's been several nights. He's stopped questioning it.
yeah, you're in the bed, and down on the floor are a cow, a man, and a dragon. And the dragon is just staring at Vermal while Vermal talks out loud to it.
Vermal like strains his mind, but like isn't thinking it. Is just trying to like force a thought towards Gonard, like
Someone say
just
force?
like almost like telekinesis or something. And he's just really straining, and he's like, I don't understand out loud.
Now, in your mind, you hear, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. I wanted to say thank you for bringing me out. I know how nervous you get about making new friends. But I know I can talk to them from the pendant, but I've always wanted to respect you. But I would like to get to know them. We've spent more time with them than anyone else since we started our travels together.
Wait, can you talk? You can talk to them too?
I could.
Like you're talking to me?
No, I would have to speak out loud to them.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. Oh, okay.
And are you saying all this out loud, or are you actually?
Oh yeah, no, he's just absolutely saying it all out
Okay.
loud. He's been he's been used to doing this his whole life. Not his whole life, but as long as he's had him. Okay, well, okay. I mean, we've seen a lot more action than we're used to. How you holding up?
I think I'm okay. I feel like I'm getting used to the change in my body and the new abilities that I have.
I'm sorry, who's he talking to?
Gonard.
Gonard is talking to him psychically. And Vermal has not been able to grasp that process yet. So he's talking out loud to the dragon who's talking to him psychically.
Okay.
The horse.
Well, I'm glad you're telling me all this. I mean, this is a partnership. We've been at this for a while, so I think it's good that maybe we try a new thing.
I would very much appreciate that.
All right. Well, you just be careful, okay?
Oh, always. You know,
All right,
that
then
he just sort of coils up on the floor in front of the door.
All right. Yeah. He has Vermal has a lot to think about.
Yeah. Clover, you have all sort of drifted off to sleep. Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, good God. Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Hmm.
Is there a DC to beat, or is it surprise?
Just let me know what you roll.
Okay. 16?
16. Oh man. You barely
Don't say that.
passed. You barely passed.
Don't say that.
So you wake up in the middle of the night, still just thinking about this book, and
It's like my whole life right now.
you have the option with your wisdom saving. You feel drawn to it, but it doesn't seem to overpower you, and so you have the option if you would like to go back to sleep and think more about it in the morning after a long day, or try and explore what this book is.
No, I want the book. Give me the book. give me the goddamn book, Carl.
So you focus on this book, and you just sort of give yourself into accepting this book. You let it sort of draw draw you in. And as you do, you hear this sort of almost eerie demonic voice in your head. It says, "If you desire to claim this book, speak the name of our home's entrance."
There's an audible sigh,
Door.
and she's
That's
just
what
like,
I was thinking was door.
she's just like, we're really on our riddle shit today? We're really on our riddle shit today? Okay, fine. Repeat it for me one more time.
If you desire to claim this book, speak the name of our home's entrance.
Is this a cryptic?
Where the fuck is your home?
You have a demonic book.
Yeah, I've got a demonic book asking me to decide where its home was. Can I... Okay, question for the book. Can I ask the book questions?
Sure, why not?
So she's gonna ask the where is your home?
The Nine Hells.
Oh, you're bad. Oh, this is not a good book. Oh, good. Are we talking about like Avernus, or
Soon as
are
you
we
say
talking
the
about...
word Avernus, the
Oh,
book
yeah,
seems
knew
to
it.
unlock. I've sent
Oh,
you
good.
another PDF that you shouldn't even have to worry about the password for.
Oh, good God.
So
Is it like dirty pictures and stuff?
No. This is like
it's just
6 pages of actual
images
information.
of Eldham just hanging massive demon dong.
Carl.
No, he doesn't even have
Massive
dong in this
demon dong.
picture. There's no
No,
dong in this
it
picture.
doesn't. So I will let you take some time to look through that while we move on to our next middle of the night event. So Pippa,
Stunning.
Yes.
you settle into your which drawer are you in?
The middle drawer.
Middle drawer. You settle into your middle drawer and fall into a very peaceful sleep. Hold on, let me snooze this ad. Get through this, and then we'll take a break before the next day starts. And as you sleep, you seem to wake up. You can't really tell if it's one of those like I dream I'm waking up or I'm actually waking up in some sort of celestial, heavenly looking place that just at least seems so real. You can't tell if you're there or you're dreaming. And you find yourself in a
Hello?
forest. Hello?
Oh.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You find yourself in a forest looking at what seems to be a distinct grove of trees. And despite the thick tree canopy overhead, the noonday sun seems to be able to shine down through the trees to where you are. So it's a very bright, happy, warm place. And as you stand and observe your surroundings, you notice a plethora of animals in the woods around you. Butterflies whose wings look like crystals and sparkle in the sunlight that comes through. There's a number of beetles crawling on the ground around your feet that seem to glow despite the time of day. Golden-furred squirrels that come up to you and investigate without any real fear. Skinks that scurry across the forest floor, their tails looking almost like flames of different colors. But you are drawn into this inner grove, which is less populated by trees and somehow looks almost like an open field at the same time. And as you wander through this field grove, you hear a soft voice whisper, behind you that simply says, Pippa Nimblestitch. Hello.
Pippa turns around and like her eyes are huge and she has this like the biggest smile on her face. Hi, who are
So-
you?
You turn around and immediately start speaking to a blindingly white horse with this long mane of gold and silver hair running down its neck. And on top of its head, you see a single long golden pinkish horn.
You're a unicorn.
I am. I'm Cloverfoot, servant of Myliki, the Lady of the Forest, goddess of all forest, ruler of the grove of unicorns in which you stand.
Hi.
Well, you have begun a journey that, if continued, will lead you straight into the depths of the fires of Avernus. You've demonstrated...
Oh, what?
Surprise.
It's a surprise. But you've demonstrated yourself to be pure of heart, a lover of friends, one to serve and free of fear and worry. And with this character shown, it is Myliki's will that you be asked to serve her will in this time. My sister Mooncolor has been imprisoned in Avernus by Razala, the Tao. We are unable to enter that realm and save her. Myliki desires someone with your heart to save her on our behalf and allow her to return here to the upper planes. If you are willing to serve us, we will give you the necessary power to enter Avernus and save Mooncolor, which will aid you on your primary quest of stopping Eltab as well. Will you accept our gift?
Yes. Yes. This is my destiny. I know it.
Upon saying yes, Cloverfoot lowers her head down to the level of Pippa, with her horn at Pippa's level, and says, My dear, please place the palm of your hand onto the tip of my horn.
But immediately does that.
Never has the quest for good and justice been without pain. Never have those who love and save and serve others escaped life without scars of hurt and memories of grief. May the source of your new power be a reminder that the agony that you will continue to encounter is not a source of your destruction, but a source of your strengthening. As soon as she finishes saying this, she quickly lifts her hand and pierces your hand, lifts her head and pierces your hand through with her horn. And you are
Ow!
racked with pain and watch as the blood spirals down her horn onto the back of your hand. And Pippa, she says with her horn still through your hand,
Yes.
you will soon meet a group of people who do not belong to your world. It would benefit you to trust them. And as soon as she says that, you suddenly awake in your bed, your hand still aching. But when you examine it, there is no blood. There's no cut, no wound, but each side of your hand has a scar in the shape of a circle.
Oh.
For those that don't know, Peaches has decided to multi-class as a celestial warlock.